program is brought to you by Canton Community Television, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
This is the Dog Pound. I'm your host, Nick Rugeri. Today we're talking about my close friend, basketball all-star Zaza Francoeur, what his future holds for him in his basketball career right now. Zaza, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Nick.
Zaza, tell us why you love basketball so much.
Basketball, I love it so much because of all the connections and relationships I built over the time. Whether it's high school basketball, AAU, and travel basketball just growing up. I feel like I've always made good connections and bonds with my teammates. And I really enjoy the memories of basketball the most.
Who got you into basketball?
My parents got me into basketball. So my dad, when I was young, like a lot of dads, just threw me in a bunch of sports. Whether it was soccer, baseball, basketball, flag football, he just threw me in everything.
So you just wind up choosing basketball out of all of them?
Yeah, and soccer.
Were you the best at basketball, or is this the sport you found the most fun?
Growing up, I wasn't always the best at basketball, but I definitely found it the most fun.
Most fun. Take us through what your first game was like and what your mindset was for basketball.
First game for high school or?
High school.
Like my first freshman game, I was just really excited to be there. I was in high school, and basketball season came around, and the year before that was COVID, so I spent a lot of time playing basketball, so I spent a lot of time getting better. And so the first game, I had a really good mindset. I was just really happy and really focused on trying to just play good.
Was it weird for you? Because I know you guys had to play with masks on because of COVID.
Yeah, it was definitely weird. With the mask on, it was hard to breathe, and it was kind of distracting. It was just on your face, just uncomfortable,
Did they make any special rules? Because I know other sports, they had special rules. You guys couldn't do certain things. Did they do that in basketball?
Yeah, they did. For free throws, we were only allowed to have 3 people in for rebounding, so 2 from the other team, and then 1 from the free throw shooters team. And it was kind of awkward. It was just kind of like a 2-on-1 on free throws.
Seems very weird.
Yeah.
What was your first varsity start like, though?
My first varsity start was very, very fun. I kind of was there because sophomore year I played a little bit of varsity here and there, and then summer league we played a lot. I played varsity. I played a lot there, and then I started in varsity summer league, and then so it was kind of I was already used to the varsity game kind of. So when the first game came around, I was just really just focused and locked in. I wasn't too nervous or anything. Obviously, I was nervous. I get nervous before every game, but I wasn't too nervous. So
yeah. Tell us who your favorite player is.
My favorite NBA player is either Damian Lillard or Paul George. I just like the way they play.
Who's your favorite teammate you played with through high school?
Through high school, whoa. My favorite teammate. I don't think I've had a favorite teammate. I could just name so many great teammates I've had, whether it's Owen, Lucas, Jeremiah, Jamal, Dylan Wynn, Lance, Dorsless, Julius Hicks. It's always been really good, so.
Explain what position you are and what you do on the court.
So I'm a wing, but I also play a little bit of guard. So I'm more so like a shooting guard, I'd say. So my role on the court is my role on the court is different for every team. AAU is more so defense and then bring on athleticism and make big plays. Versus in high school, I'm kind of one of the first options. So my job is to score, but I also defend. I defend the best player on the other team every game. So, yeah.
Can you play all 5 positions or?
Not really. I feel like high school basketball is usually mostly positionless, but I definitely can't play center. I don't really have a bag in the post. I can't really do much in the post. Maybe a baby hook here and there, nothing crazy though.
But do you think you could defend all 5 positions?
Oh, For sure. I think so, yeah. But a couple times in AAU, I'd have to guard like someone who's 6'9", and it's just like, whoa.
And you're
I tried, and I'm 6'3", 6'4", so it's not easy.
describe how like your team is, like what makes it like such a fun atmosphere on the court, and why you guys get along so well.
I mean, honestly, my teammates. Those are my guys. It's like a brotherhood, so we kind of have fun with it. So whether it's at team dinners or just during the season, I mean, it's just like really fun. Just to go get after it with my brothers.
What advice do you give to young kids looking up to you? Because I know there's a ton of them.
Just honestly, just like keep working. Like strive for greatness, and then also like just be you. I mean, there's no reason to try to like mold your craft. Like obviously you can steal stuff from other players and stuff like that, and like add that to your repertoire. But honestly, just like be you. Don't try to be someone you're not. Just be you. Be the best version of yourself.
So through your high school career, how many high school coaches have you had?
I've had 4.
4.
But
So,
3 varsity coaches in the past 4 years.
3 varsity coaches. So what's like? Can you explain like how the different playing styles transform from each coach, and what's so difficult about like adapting to it, or how easy it is to adapt?
Okay. So me in my freshman year, it was Coach Gordy, but I wasn't really on varsity then, so I didn't really have like too much experience with him. But like, I know it was a lot more like hardcore versus like what it was with Coach McKinnon, who was here for the past 2 years. So the past 2 years with Coach McKinnon, we're good. I liked him a lot. I mean, yeah, I liked him. So there are a lot of things I learned from him, and he made me a better player. And then the play style was more kind of just like, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, it was just basketball, I feel like. I mean, it wasn't like any specific play style he had to it. It was just kind of, let's go out there and try to win every night. There's going to be a new game plan, new adapting, and all that stuff. But this year with our new coach, Coach Kaiser, we definitely have a different play style. I mean, from last year, it's definitely different at practice, different environment. I feel like right now, there's a lot of energy because that's how it is when a team gets a new coach. Everyone's fired up. They're energetic. They're ready to go. And so, yeah.
Were you surprised when you heard your old coach moved out and went to a different team? You got a new coach?
I mean, I wasn't like crazy surprised because even though he just got there, I knew that the Oliver Ames position opened up, and he lives in Oliver Ames. He's probably gonna have some kids going to Oliver Ames school someday. He went there. He played there. So I mean, I wasn't too surprised after I heard that the job opened up. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Coach McKinnon went there. So I don't blame him for any of that. I mean, that's where he's from. That's his hometown. That's where he lives. That's where he grew up. So obviously he has a lot of memories there. So it was tough to have him leave, but.
So you knew Coach Kaiser, he came from Randolph, right?
Yes.
He's a state championship winner?
Yes.
So you think he's bringing like a state championship mindset to you all, or?
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's talked about it. I mean, we all have one goal, to be the best we can be, and I think like we have a lot of pieces, a lot of good pieces to hopefully make a playoff run. So we're gonna be striving for that.
So how far do you think you guys can go, and why?
I mean, I feel like the sky's the limit for us. I mean, we're very good right now, but there's so much more rooms to improve. Like, there's so much more room for improvement. Like, there's so many different ways we can grow and so many things we could be better at that I definitely think we could do. So the sky's the limit. We're just all part of the process.
So do you guys think you're going to have like a 6-man off the bench? Or do you think your bench is very deep in roster and you have everyone can play?
I feel like everyone's going to play. Everyone's going to play a big role, and everyone needs to know their role as well. And I think everyone does know their role. So I think it's going to have a big impact. So
last year you were named Hawk Honor Mention, and you were probably one of the best defensive players in the year in the Hawk. Why do you think you deserve that, and do you think you can get a Hawk All-Star Defensive Player of the Year this year?
So obviously, like, for me, I'm defense first, so obviously my goal was to get Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, I knew I was up in the air for it. I mean, I eventually got runner-up, but which is still very good out of the hundreds of kids that are in the league. So for me to be on that all-defensive team was a really big achievement for me, and I think there's a lot more room to go, and obviously I'll be shooting for that Defensive Player of the Year this year. And for honorable mention, I mean, I was kind of bummed out not getting All-Star, but it just gives me something to prove, so I got to work towards it.
Hawks probably one of the hardest leagues to play in Mass. You have a lot of
For sure.
competition, so I assume you're going to go out and play every game like it's your last one.
Exactly. Yeah, go hard all the time.
So these three guys on the screen right here, you're two fellow captains this year. So what do you think you guys are bringing to the team, and why do you think you're all good leaders?
So we're gonna bring a lot of things to the table. So I feel like we just have different ways of leadership through the team. So yeah, and I just think that a lot of things are gonna come around with the leadership in our team and stuff like that. So I think everyone's a great leader on our team, and that's really what you need to strive for greatness.
What type of leader do you count yourself in on this team?
I feel like I'm a very respectable leader, but you have to ask my teammates for that question, because obviously I think all these things about myself, but it's really about like what my teammates think. So if I'm a good leader or not, it's up to them. It's not, obviously it's up to me whether I'm doing a good job leading people, but I think I'm a good leader, because that's why I'm doing what I'm doing when I lead. But if they don't think I'm a good leader, that's what it is.
So when Coach Kaiser came in, you guys already had captains set, right?
Yes.
So what did Coach Kaiser say to you guys the first time he met you, three captains, and were there any of them like question your captainship, or was just like all on board for you guys?
Well, he didn't really question anyone's captainship. I mean, we welcomed him with open arms, and he knows that he's coming into new territory, so he can't try to overstep. He couldn't try to overstep right away. He had to earn our respect. Even though he had our respect right away because he's our new coach, he still felt that he had to earn it. So, like, he didn't overstep at all with anything. He was just like, hey, so how do we do things here? Like, what are things you like? What are things you don't like? How do you do things? So he kind of just asked about that stuff, and he kind of let us lead him a little bit.
So you're saying he lets you guys bring in some old things like you guys used to do when your old coach was here, and he added some new things. So you guys like mixture.
Yeah, for sure.
The past couple years.
Yeah, best of both worlds.
And he's very accepting of it.
Yes.
So very good. So you have any plans to go to college and play?
Well, I'm trying to get recruited right now. I definitely want to play college basketball, and hopefully I can make it.
D1, D3?
Obviously D1 would be awesome, but more realistically, maybe D2, D3.
Any top schools you're not going to say?
Not really.
Can't wait for the commitment to come out for you.
All right, thank you.
So I know your brother's coming up through the ranks of basketball. Do you think you're going to play with him this season or no?
Obviously, I hope to play with them my last year. So obviously, Vlad, we played soccer together, and that was great. It was awesome, but also I want to play basketball with them. So
I know you guys have a great relationship, as I've seen playing with y'all. I loved it.
For sure.
Would you ever think about playing soccer in the future, or just this is the end of the road?
I think I hung up my boots after Marshfield. So yeah, I think soccer's out the picture now. But thank you, Coach Erickson, everything he did for me, and thank you, soccer. So I really appreciate that.
Come on, you want a Hawk All-Star as a striker with the lead most goals and points on the team. So you think it's really over?
Yeah, probably.
So all basketball from here?
All basketball.
Well, thank you for coming, Zaza, today. It's been a pleasure talking to you about your basketball career, and good luck in your future. Hope you commit to college. Hope you love it. Hope you have a great season this year, and hope you win the state finals.
All right, thank you, Nick.
Have a good day. This is Nick Rugeri from the Dog Pound. Thank you for watching from Community Televisions.
Nick Rugeri, Joey Ryan, Ben Stark, Sean Sullivan, Siles Trongen, Cam Washburn, Jerome Weeks, Brady Bell, Riley Blake, Luca Burns, Cameron Conley, Neve DeRosa, Nick Dietrich, JJ Falk, Brady Hart, Joe Sullivan, Aiden O'Toole, Jacob Richmond.
Whoa, it's the student station, only on Canton Community Television.
This program is brought to you by Canton Community Television, now from the television studios of Canton High School.
Welcome to the Dog Pound. I'm your host, Brian. Today we have Nick Rugeri, who will talk about being a varsity goalie. Thanks for being on our show, Nick. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thanks for inviting me.
First question. Is soccer your favorite sport? Why or why not?
It absolutely is my favorite sport. I play it all year round, no breaks. It's just the thing I fell in love with when I was little.
It's great to hear. It's great to hear. Tell us about what made you want to play soccer.
I guess watching my two older siblings play it. They're both very good. Took after my brother after playing goalie. After watching him play out of his mind for however young I was watching him.
Would you say that you're a better goalie than your brother was?
It's hard. He led us to a state final, but it's a whole different team, different style we played. It's debatable. He always say he's better. I always say I'm better. It'll always be a debate, but history books will have him down as it.
Take us through your first win as a varsity goalie.
Who was it? I think it was Stoughton High. It was a dominating win with Jake scoring a hat trick to win 3-0, I think.
Describe what was your favorite win of your career.
Definitely has to be my first playoff win against Neshoba. Had about 15 saves. First half had 5 minutes left. Made 5 straight saves to keep us in this game. It was the first playoff win of my career. Meant a lot to actually win it without having someone say, your brother led you to that win. So that felt really nice to win my first playoff game and very excited.
Take us through the emotion you feel after a bad game.
You always know, you analyze the game, see what goals are your fault, see what you all could have done better. It's I'll meet with the team, we'll have a nice team meeting and talk about what we did, what we could do better, have a nice film session, analyze everything we did wrong. For me, it's a nice conversation with my goalie coach, see if I could have done anything better on the goal, better position-wise, could have dived earlier. So, it's all different.
Explain what is your pregame warm-up ritual.
So I've been doing the same ritual for 4 years. I started off with my brother. It's just a typical warm-up. We do catching first and then punch the hands. Get on your knees and dive a little. Then we do shuffles across the net, get your legs moving. Then we do crosses, get your legs moving for goal kicks and punts. And then we take some shots, get ready for the game.
What is your favorite pregame meal?
Got to be some good protein, so chicken, rice, maybe some salad, nice protein ball. So my protein balls are peanut butter, oatmeal, chocolate chips, and coconut.
Very good. Do you plan on playing in college? Why or why not?
I absolutely want to play in college. I love the sport so much. I'm thinking of playing at Wentworth, playing with my older brother again. Another 2 years. It was a great time last time. Run it back. I like the coaching over there. So, my head coach's brother. I think I'd do very well in Secede over there.
Tell us what off-season training you did.
There's not really much of an off-season for me. I play all year round. My club gives me a wonderful goalie coach, which we do. We go into a gymnastics area and we'll do diving and footwork and all that. So there's not much of really an off-season for me.
Do you play any other sports other than soccer?
I swim. Not really good at it, but keeps me in shape. And then I did track a couple years. Also keep me in shape.
Did you ever question about playing soccer and think about quitting?
One point in my life, I broke my hand in 7th grade. Really didn't play much. It was out a whole lot. Didn't know if I really wanted to come back to it. Quit club for 2 years. But I tried out for my club. Got the starting spot there, and it all reunited from there. My club coach had my back the whole entire time, motivated me to get back up there, play, and now I'm at the top of my game.
Describe what type of things you did in the weight room to prepare you for your sport.
A lot of legs, so we did a lot of deadlifting, squats, some benching because I have to throw the ball a little, catch the ball. But mostly it's agility work, so like we did a lot of high jumps and like vertical testing.
Explain the emotion you felt playing in your final game of your senior season.
It was a loss 3-2 to Marshfield. It was very sad. I didn't want that to be my last game. I wanted to have a nice playoff game, but with our record, we weren't even close. But had a couple big saves. They got the better of us. It was actually an emotional game because it was my first ever club coach I was playing against, Paul Turner. He gave me a wonderful goodbye. He's like, remember when you were younger playing for me? It was kind of sadder because I was playing against him in my last ever game.
What are the things you could have done better to maybe get the win for your team?
Just could have made a couple more saves, but they were all good, very good goals. Made better decisions. Like, I always would have wished I could fix that. Like, my decision making could have been more on point in my life. In soccer, I think that's like mainly comes down to the position. If you don't make the right decisions, one mistake can lose you the whole game.
Did you ever think about playing a different position, or was goalie always your thing?
I was playing midfield for most of my life until it came to high school. I always was like a backup keeper for club and town. Town coach really didn't let me play. I was always in the midfield. There was used to be the three of us and Matt DeVito and Andrew Bonanno. Andrew Bonanno's now at Savannah. Matt is now my right back and fellow captain. When I hit high school, I just wanted to give it a shot. My parents were like, you know what, go for it. It's whatever you want to do. Became a captain. Freshman year, got called up, played in one game. Got a great season during COVID. We went to semifinals of the Hawk League Cup. We lost from Milford. That won it all. But it was a great experience.
Compare and contrast your freshman season to your senior season.
Freshman season, I was like 5'3". Wasn't very good. Wasn't explosive. Wasn't very loud. Senior, you just grow into the game. You understand it more. You learn it more. I was a lot bigger. I was the leader of the team. I had great role models to be a good leader, though. So it's just all about just growing in age. You learn a lot.
What advice would you give someone trying to be a varsity goalie?
You have to wait your time. Not everything comes handed to you. You have to fight for your position if you really want it. You got to put the work in. You can't just sit there and be lazy and expect everything to come to you. It's not just in that position. It's in every position, every sport. You have to actually put it out there, play. You got to get your name known. You can't just be lazy.
Do you think that the team next year has a chance to be better than any team you've been on?
That's really hard. We did have the only state ever final team in Kent and I history. We had a couple D2s, a couple D3 commits. It's really hard. We're losing Brennan to private school and MLS next, so they're missing a big piece in the center back position. That's the defense position. But the freshman class is very, very talented. They still have to replace me, which that's going to be a big miss. But the upcoming freshman grade is very good, very young. The team's going to be very young. So we'll see what they can do. I don't think this year or next year, maybe 3 years, they can win it. They're going to be very good when they're older.
Think that the up-and-coming goalie next season has a chance to be better than you were?
That's kind of hard to say. We don't know who the goalie is, but if it's Dylan, Dylan has a lot of potential. He's big, tall. If he really wants it, he can go and get it. You have some freshmen coming in that can play. They play in the whole lives, so it's going to be a competition, but I think competitions are best for keepers. Pushes you farther, makes you a better person, makes you a better keeper in general, and you'll see how far you go, and you'll see at the beginning of the season who starts.
What made you not want to try out any other sports?
Soccer is my only love. I play it all year round, no matter what, winter, spring, fall. It's just what I love doing. It's what I always did. I don't remember going a week without not having soccer. I used to have soccer 6-7 days of the week, and I don't want to change that. That's what I want to go play in the future and have some fun.
All right. Thank you for telling us about your soccer career. I enjoyed learning about the dedication it took for soccer. For Canton Community Television, I'm Brian Kaelin. Thanks for watching.
Today's cast is Brian Kaelin, Derek Glass, Anderson Lee, Casey Lee, Lazar McCarthy, Ryan Neeser, Jack Norton, Trump City, Jay Spiro, Julian Tavares, JJ LeBlanc, Nicholas Trulli, Giovanni DeStasio, Stathios Gregoriadorius, Maybe, Dylan Irving, Rancy Jean Baptiste.
Want to see a magic trick? Got nothing in the hat.
Okay.
Alright?
Alright.
Now, I'll pull something out of here.
Okay.
Nope. Hey, come on, that's not what I'm looking for. Nope. Alright, next one I'll guarantee I'll find it in here.
Oh, there it is.
You are watching Canton Community Television.
The student station.
January 16th, 1997. Dear Ernie, I am writing this long overdue letter of commendation to express my deep appreciation and that of the Canton School Committee for the almost 30 years of exceptional service which you have given to the Canton Public Schools. On the eve of my retirement, I would be remiss if I did not publicly recognize the contributions you have made as a teacher, as a coach, as the school system's cable television coordinator, and as the initiator of the Canton High School Spanish Student Exchange Program. Furthermore, in carrying on all of your activities, many of them simultaneously, you have invariably demonstrated a capacity for patience and exceptional good humor which we might all envy. You have been and are an asset to the school system and an extraordinary help to me in my position as superintendent. It has been both a pleasure and an honor to have worked with you. I hope you will continue to serve the Canton schools with your usual energy and enthusiasm for many years to come. Sincerely, Peter S. Capaneros.
Hey, I had 3 years of Bernie St. Jean, and that was definitely the building block that got me into my present